It is finally over. Kaceytron lost her lawsuit with Ethan Klein and had to make a public apology. You love to see it. Welcome back to Words Paradise. I'm your host, Land Idol, and yes, we're going to watch said apology. Check out how the internet is melting down over it. Listen to Ethan's response. Today is a glorious day. I've been covering this off and on for pretty much since it started going down, but mostly it's just been entertaining for me on the background. So we're getting into it. Before we do, hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, and while this isn't particularly nerdy, the downfall of ththese Twitch thoughts is something just to truly behold. And before we even get into it, I loved, if you'll notice, this was a 8-minute stream, right? 8-minute pre-recorded stream with 5 minutes of it being the lead up. You don't remember when, like, Marvel did all that really long 8-hour stream where it was just 8 hours of revealing fucking chairs? This is such a more entertaining version of that. Alright, where does it actually start? Let's just skip. Alright, 119, 46, 3. Okay, yeah, we'll start here. We'll start at 3. Oh, no, I went too far. Alright, here it is.
And by stating I take responsibility for infringing the content new.
Out the gate. No. There's no responsibility being taken. This is a woman. She is allergic to responsibility. Mind you, she did not do this of her own volition. She never would have done this of her own volition. This is somebody that this is her lawyer or Ethan's lawyers are both getting together and this being part of this settlement.
I want to begin by stating I take responsibility for infringing the content nuke. The lawsuit was not frivolous. When I said the lawsuit was frivolous and based on misogyny, it was to garner sympathy, protect my own reputation, and retaliate against the Kleins.
She is dying inside having to read this. Like, this is the first amount of genuine sadness behind her eyes. Obviously, she's feeling sorry for herself. She's not sorry about what she did. She's just sorry it didn't work out in her favor. But even so, the pain behind the eyes is real.
This lawsuit has given me a greater understanding of copyright protection, people's copyrights, and the importance of protecting copyrights in the online content creation community. It is important for the entire...
No, it hasn't. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing was wrong. And it's amazing because I saw so many people on the internet being like, oh my god, how could we let this happen? Oh, Ethan won because of misogyny. Here's the dealio. If you're in the content creation space, and you have been for as long as she has, you understand fair use. You understand copyright infringement. It's literally at this part of the job. You ain't gonna risk losing your entire channel. Well, I guess this individual would risk losing their entire channel just to blow fair use out of the water. That's just not how it works. This was absolutely done with the knowledge what you're doing is wrong, but thinking that you are so big and bad, or that your femininity, or lack thereof, like your anti-misogynist views would trump what the actual law states.
Content creation community to respect the intellectual property rights of other creators, and I will adhere to the lessons I've learned throughout this process going forward.
That's the question. Will she? Will she adhere to these lessons? Because, I mean, if she was to make this same mistake again, that would be even funnier. Because, like, you learn nothing. I'm actually more curious as to what, like, Denims and Frogan, what they are, like, feeling and thinking when they see this. They're like, oh, our lawsuits are cut. We're so fucked.
I also want to make clear that I did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hassan Piker. Hassan never even reached out to me privately to offer words of support.
Is anyone shocked by that? Is anyone shocked by that? I love it because, like, Hassan, he doesn't care. Like, he doesn't need these orbiters. These orbiters need him. Like, and this isn't a defense of Hassan. Frankly, I can't wait to see him crash and burn as well. At some point or another, hopefully sooner rather than later, he will be in the exact same position that Kaceytron finds herself in now. Who knows? Maybe even a worse position, considering he has said and done far more egregious things than she has. But that's neither here nor there. And the point is, like, yeah, Hassan wants to portray himself as, like, this good guy, this altruistic individual. He's always there on the right side of history. He understands his political beliefs. He understands the political zeitgeist as a whole, and he's there for his friends. Yeah, these people would be nothing without him. They orbit Hassan to get a taste of his clout and his fame. They don't even believe in the political mumbo-jumbo. They just like that he's against the side that they're also against, and they will use his clout to raise themselves up. Hassan doesn't give a good goddamn about these people, and I don't know what's funnier. The fact that she now has to admit what we all knew, or maybe there's the modicum of a chance that even she thought that he did care and then had to come to the realization that he didn't. Either one is a beautiful outcome.
Speaking honestly, I found his indifference to my suffering hurtful, especially after he hinted he might help me behind the scenes. It felt like he wanted to receive credit from the public for him help.
Nothing he would have done behind the scenes, i.e. give her money, would have changed this outcome, because what she did was copyright infringement, and there was no getting around that.
Helping me without providing any. As to the GoFundMe money, to the extent there are any remaining funds after I pay my attorney's fees, I have agreed to pay the remaining funds to the Kleins. The funds will not go to anyone else, including Denham's or Frogan, to defend their lawsuit.
I didn't know that they would get mentioned. That's so awesome. All right, so if there's, I love the caveat, if there's anything left, because, yeah, her lawyer is going to be charging her an arm and a leg for this L, and then she's going to have to give everything to Ethan. And you know what? This all could have been avoided. This all could have been avoided if you just hadn't been a scumbag on the internet. It's like, it's that simple. The uppins have come, and this all could have been avoided. I mean, what are the odds that she gets a real job and has to just leave streaming behind for age? Like, there's, you can't come back from this. I love the idea that Ethan was like, you know what? I'll take whatever money you got left. It maybe even nothing. The public apology, the humiliation, the admittance of guilt, having to get on platform and tell your audience, nay, the world, that you were wrong and that you're a lying scumbag, that means more to me than any monetary aspect whatsoever, which should always be the point in a lawsuit like this.
For the record, I have agreed to cooperate with the Kleins in their litigation against the H3 Snark mods for promoting my live stream to the extent that I am able. I will offer my support, including testifying under oath to everything I have just stated, to help their cause. I also want...
Dude, spending months fervently attacking as, you know, like this is the enemy, when really this was just fucking streamer drama, but you was going at it like it was World War I, and you were in the trenches, and now you're like, I'm a POW. Now, I've got to actually fight alongside the enemy now. Like, people that she probably does vehemently disagree with, people that she thinks are the scum of the earth for whatever reason, be it political, social, ideological, be it straight up jealousy, because obviously they're a much bigger, more famous, more successful content creation crew than her. But to know that you will now likely have to go to court in defense of them because they took you such to task, bro, end it. Your career's done. End it. Obviously, end it as in her career. Don't read into anything, YouTube.
To take the opportunity to acknowledge other misconduct and bad behavior I have exhibited online. For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was
Holy shit, she's acknowledging she did that? How much of this was pre-prepped by the lawyers? Like, there's no way that she would have the actual self-awareness and accountability to come to that conclusion herself, to be like, here's something I should say to get back in the good graces. Like, no, this was calculated. This was written up by somebody far smarter than her. Because trust me, her whole brand is how much weed she smokes, and your brain don't come up with ideas like this on weed.
Excusable. I should know better because I have 3 disabled people that rely on me. Moving forward,
Yep, they rely on you. Best to be able to get another job. Ain't nobody gonna be donating to you now. Nobody gonna be sending no money to GoFundMe's. They're gonna be donating to your streams. Pack it up. Go back to Walmart.
will do better. I also want to apologize to the crew of the H3 podcast, particularly AB and Olivia. I apologize for calling them cowards for not quitting their jobs. That was a shameful attack on 2 people who deeply care about Palestine and Palestinian people.
You don't care about that. You don't care about the Palestinian aspect. Again, if Palestine can be wiped off the map tomorrow, you'd forget within a week so long as you were getting your daily fix of fucking pot. Like, let's keep it a buck. You're pretending to care about some sort of social, economic, war that you find to be morally incorrigible or whatnot, because it gets you views, it gets you clicks, it gets you likes, it gets you clouds, and it might even get you some amount of money. But if the war were over today, you would not even remember it in a week. Only half the reason being because you just smoked it out your noggin.
AB, along with his wife Lena, have done more than I have ever done for the Palestinian people.
Not only having to work for the enemy, but having to sit there and look into the camera, which, by the way, she's not really doing. She's reading the script. Can't even make eye contact with the damn camera and say, your enemy has done more for the people you support than you have. Guys, we don't get justice like this on the internet every day. We didn't get justice for what happened to Imru. We barely get justice for the Nina Lynn shit, right? This, however, this will go down history. There will be YouTubers in 5 years making 5-hour-long video essays on the downfall of Kaceytron with this as Exhibit A.
Including raising over $100,000 in charity. I recognize that they have actually made Palestinian lives better, and my online antagonism and trolling has not.
How many read-throughs of this script do you think she had to do before she could do it without just breaking down?
I apologize to Ethan and Gila personally. I have said extremely mean and cruel things about both of them, particularly my misogynistic attacks against Gila that never should have been said. I also want to acknowledge the pervasive problem of anti-Semitism in leftist spaces. It should concern all of us.
And now she got a cap for the Jews that she hates so much. Like, she out here to do, I get it, the way that these fucking Antifa fuckers burn American flags, she was be doing with yarmulkes, right? Just collecting and amassing piles of yarmulkes to burn at a bonfire. And now she's like, guys, we really gotta rein in the anti-Semitism. My Jewish lawyer told me.
Condemn it and will not participate in it. To that end, I wish the Kleins success in enforcing TED Entertainment's copyright and protecting the legal rights of online content creators.
And that's it. That was her apology. A thing of beauty. You know she doesn't mean a word. You know that she was bullied and strong-armed into doing it. Justifiably so. She will lose everything. Glorious day. And then Ethan did his reaction to it. Let's see what he got to say.
I don't want to see any negative. I don't want people.
That is way too loud. Her version was incredibly quiet. Okay.
See people being rude to her. I genuinely have forgiven her. I'm moving on, and it's water under the bridge. I don't want to.
Bam. Class. Out the gate class. Forgiving her, water on the bridge, says to his audience, do not go after this person. Class. I'm not even an Ethan Klein fan, by the way. I'm sure if Ethan Klein and I hung out IRL, we would vehemently not get along. Because the dude is just like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'd be fun to have a beer with, but there's just something about him that's off-putting to me. I don't know what it is, but there's something about him that's off-putting to me. So, yeah, the fact that I'm over here like somebody that I don't particularly care for, I mean, like, he's handling this with class. Again, there is a right and wrong to this, and you gotta acknowledge what's right, whether you like the person on a personal level or not.
See anybody being. I'm being dead serious. No, let's not be nasty to her, guys. This is it. Okay, it's over. We won. That's it. We won, right? So let's just move on. And thank her. Thank you.
For infringing
I'm being dead serious. Please do not.
The lawsuit was not frivolous. When I said the lawsuit was frivolous and based on misogyny, it was to garner sympathy, protect my own reputation, and
see that little eyebrow raise you did there when she was talking about the frivolousness of the lawsuit? That was a little micro expression of, I fucking told you.
Retaliate against the Kleins. This lawsuit has given me a greater understanding of copyright protection, people's copyrights, and the importance of protecting copyrights in the online content.
Anyway, we're not going to watch the whole thing again. We're not going to watch the whole thing that she has to say again because really we just reacted to it. But I thought it was interesting that Ethan came out and was like, yeah, obviously don't attack her. I'm the good guy. Dude is positioning himself for dub after dub. But I thought, what's the internet guy say about this, right? What's the general consensus on the Wild Wide Web? So I went and searched Kaceytron. Her fans donated all that money just for it to go to Ethan. You love to see it. Let's see. Kaceytron's apology. Ethan, we already took a look at that. I was right. Hassan never helped Kaceytron and was lying by hinting that he would. He wanted praise from the public, but didn't want to risk a dime. Classic Hassan. Ethan is getting all the GoFundMe money. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. I heard Asmongold had done a reaction to this. I haven't seen Asmongold's reaction. Obviously, this is just a 13-second clip, but Asmongold acknowledges Kaceytron's apology for making fun of his dead mother. All right, let's take a listen here.
For example, weaponizing the death of Asmongold's mother was inexcusable.
It sure was. That's why it's not getting excused. Apology not accepted. You did.
Based. Fucking based. You don't just get up there and you talk about motherfuckers' dead relatives. And then you send your own relatives to hate brigade that individual after you put your foot in your mouth. Yes, you're right. No apology accepted. Fucking based.
It sure was. That's why it's not getting excused. Apology not accepted. You did this because of a lawyer.
For example,
Yeah. And he's entirely correct. If it were not that she was told to do this as part of the settlement agreements via the lawyers, never would those words have left this creature's lips. Let's see. What else we got here? All remaining GoFundMe money raised goes to the Kleins. Yup, dude, people are living for this. Ethan Klein thanks iDubbbz, Anissa, and Cruel World Happy Mind for their Kaceytron GoFundMe donations, as any leftover funds after Kaceytron's lawyers have been paid for, that account will go. Wait, what? Hold on. This gotta be good.
Paulu Kingston, thank you for the 500. Shauna M. Elizabeth Adams. iDubbbz. iDubbbz, thank you so much separately.
Is he really out there looking at who donated to her GoFundMe and saying thank you for funding me? That is fucking cold, bro. That is fucking cold.
Wait, this is so funny. I actually never thought about this. Anissa's like, by the way, Anissa doesn't make money. We all know that. She's never made money. So iDubbbz is down here on the list getting cucked with the 420. Anissa spent...
And iDubbbz probably thought that was so cute. Probably thought that was so funny, so clever, so big brain IQ joke to donate 420 because her whole brain's weed. She is somehow a less entertaining Seth Rogen. And y'all know how I feel about fucking Seth Rogen. So yeah, he donated 420 and then let Anissa donate a thou wow of his money. Dude, again, iDubbbz from 10 years ago would be roasting iDubbbz and Anissa now. It's so sad how the mighty have fallen.
It's $1,000 to get on the top tier list. I'm sorry, but I find that hilarious. Either way,
Gobi likes what he sees.
Either way, a dollar's a dollar, and I want to thank you both equally for, especially Anissa though, who obviously runs the finances in this.
Which is crazy for somebody that hates Jews so much to be so obsessed with money.
Situation. Also want to thank Cruel World Happy Mind Madison, who was just popped in graciously right before the settlement to donate $100. Frankly, I think you owe me a lot more than that based on the damages you've done, but a gesture is a gesture and I appreciate it, and I thank you, Madison, for being so kind and thoughtful in that regard.
Legendary. Holy shit. Changes nothing in my mind about that fucking cretin. I hope she's made homeless, lawsuit or not. I mean, absolutely. If you ever wanted to see someone publicly humiliated, dude, it really was. This was the like, I've not seen someone with like such a humiliating experience on the big screen since we found out that John Cena has a humiliation fetish and he came out to like announce that Oscar naked, like using the Oscar envelope to cover up his dick or whatever. Or better yet, when John Cena had to pretend he gave a fuck about the Chinese language and gave that awful apology for referring to Taiwan as their own country. Basically, John Cena, you're off the hook for the next few days while everybody talks about Kaceytron. Jesus Christ. All right, what else we got here? Hassan's financial support towards Kaceytron is being called into question on LSF after Casey's apology mentioned Piker. Socialist, why won't he give this money? Trust me, I have for support. All right, hold on. What? I knew that he had said some shit, but what did he say specifically?
Oh, socialist, why won't he give these guys money? Trust me, if I offer support, you won't know about it. Okay?
So that's him talking to his audience, being like, I would do this privately for Kaceytron because she's my friend. No. She is a tool to you, just like everybody else in your life, because you're a narcissistic, sociopathic, fucking nitwit. But yeah, you got nothing. You got no financial, Kaceytron that is, got no financial backing from Hassan whatsoever, despite what he was hinting at his audience here.
I also want to make clear that I did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hassan Piker. Hassan never even reached out to me privately to offer words of support.
Not even reached out privately. Yeah. This is true. Hold on. Did it say anything else? Nope, just that gay little head twist, that little eyebrow raise. Hassan, check out this sick money spread, Kaceytron. This needs to be bigger. That's diabolical. That was good. We'll repost that. I shared my story about Kaceytron, how she ostracized and bullied me when I was an orphan teen who modded for her, and then she blocked me. Just a reminder of when she says to feel bad for her getting sued by H383 for maliciously stealing content. And I mean, sure, maybe. I don't know. Brittany Venti's kind of a fucking moron. I'm gonna share my story because I'm so tired of your fake performative bullshit all these years. I was a mod for Kaceytron, supported her channel before I made it. I was very active in Kaceytron's community and raid call. This was before Discord. I was 17, freshly orphaned with nothing and having to live with my ex-boyfriend's family. Even while I had to pay $500 rent every month, I still supported her channel, sub, donated, and did it because I thought she was funny. Before she had a sense of humor, if you can believe it. Before she turned into an all-righteous cunt. Yeah, again. Brittany Venti's kind of a fucking idiot, but even fucking idiots, broken clocks, right, twice a day. So yeah, fair enough. Ethan Klein is such horrendous people. It doesn't matter. They won. It doesn't matter they're horrendous people. They won. Because whether you like Ethan Klein, whether you like Ethan Klein, whether you fucking loathe the Jews because you think they're out there fighting some sort of resistance with your anxiety and your fucking, dude, what Kaceytron did was right. She broke copyright law. That simple. Rule numero uno of what you don't do in content creation, and she did it. She's a fucking moron. She's a loser. She got no personality, and she coasts by on the appeal and clout of other individuals much larger, much more successful than her, and she got what she fucking deserved. I hope this insufferable goblin just leaves the internet for good. Go back to working at Walmart. See if you can afford your dime bags on that sort of salary in this economy. You'll love to see it. But these are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Or let me know on X. You can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Not always about, internet drama between streamers, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check us out on Instagram at wordsparadise_Leon and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord. Choose the articles you go over on a day-to-day basis. Choose the videos we react to on the daily streams. And, of course, get involved with over 250 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further because we do care about diversity. Only one kind of diversity of thought that's interesting to you. Join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.